Let's unpack this. We're diving into a truly chilling, really audacious crime saga today. It all unfolded down in Florida, late 1980s, early 90s.
Yeah, it's quite a story.
And what's just astonishing as we dug through the investigative accounts for this is the sheer escalation. You have this one ruthless guy in the cocaine trade. And his reign, it wasn't just about drugs. It spiraled into, well, just unimaginable violence, multiple cold-blooded murders.
And attacking the feds themselves.
Exactly, even direct, brazen attacks on federal law enforcement. So our mission today, drawing from these detailed reports, is to try and piece together this timeline, understand the methods both of the criminal and the agents determined to bring him down.
And it's more than just a crime report, isn't it? It's really a look into the psychology, the escalating mindset of someone who genuinely believed he was untouchable. Almost theatrical about it.
That's a good way to put it.
But it's also, a story about the relentless pursuit of justice, the lengths law enforcement had to go to. It was dangerous work.
Definitely. To really get a feel for this case, you have to rewind to Florida.
Yeah.
Late 80s. It wasn't just, sunshine and beaches.
Not at all.
Florida, especially the southern part, it had become the main gateway for cocaine coming into the U.S. Think about that. The top importer.
Yeah, the sheer volume was staggering.
And what that meant on the ground was this terrifying surge in violence. Threats, intimidation, murder. It became disturbingly common.
It created an environment where these guys felt they could act with impunity.
Exactly. Impunity. Even disrupting the justice system itself. All that illicit cash, it just fueled this brutal power dynamic.
You're absolutely right. That widespread drug trafficking, almost unchecked, it created this ecosystem where figures like our subject could just flourish.
They didn't just operate and they shaped it.
Right. Thriving on brutality, on fear to build their power. You need that context. Otherwise, it's hard to grasp how someone could operate with such contempt for the law.
It was like a whole separate hierarchy enforced by violence.
Precisely.
Okay, so our story and the start of Jeff Middle's dark path, it kicks off on what seemed like just another Saturday night, July 18th, 1987. Fort Myers Beach, Florida.
Summer down there. Hot.
Yeah, hot, humid. A bunch of young people are having a party. They're waiting for a friend who went out to pick up some cocaine.
A common occurrence, unfortunately.
Around 10 p.m., maybe an hour after he left, people inside hear gunshots. Multiple shots right outside.
Must have been terrifying.
They rush out, find their friend slumped over in his car, wounded. By the time police get there, he's dead.
Awful.
Officers find 7.22 millimeter shell casings near the driver's door. Now, .22, that's a smaller caliber, right? Often used in hits.
Yeah, easier to conceal, quieter than larger rounds. You can fire rapidly. 7 casings suggest it was close range, very targeted.
The victim had 8 bullet wounds, and tragically, cocaine in his system. Forensics found only the victim's prints and the car owners. So police figured drive by or walk up, not a struggle inside the car.
So the immediate question is, how do you connect this? It could just look like another drug deal gone bad.
Exactly. Leads were thin at first, but then the victim's girlfriend and the party host, they eventually talk.
Oh.
They reveal he was picking up cocaine, and more importantly, he owed a big debt to a notoriously violent dealer.
Let me guess.
A 23-year-old pizza shop owner.
Yeah.
Also a known drug trafficker, Jeffy Sanick.
Jeffy Sanick. Okay, so the pizza shop owner. That immediately flags it as a likely drug debt hit. Very common motive then.
Right. And here's where his audacity really shows. The very next day after this murder.
What?
He walks right into the police station, declares his innocence. Basically says, heard you suspect me, wasn't me.
Wow, that takes some nerve.
He gets an alibi.
Where?
Dinner with his girlfriend, 9:45 to 11 p.m., even has a receipt. Then says he went to play music at a club. Police had nothing direct on him.
They probably suspected he hired it out.
That was the theory, but no proof. Couldn't touch him. It felt like a power play, a message.
Oh, absolutely. Classic move. Testing boundaries, showing contempt. You suspect me, prove it. It signals that mindset, that feeling of being invincible. He wasn't just some small-time dealer.
No, he had this dangerous self-belief. So a whole year goes by. Nothing. Case is cold.
Frustrating for the investigators, I bet.
Then, summer of '88, a breakthrough. Kind of out of the blue. A woman approaches the police. Says she witnessed the '87 murder.
A witness. After a year. Why the wait?
She admits she was an addict back then, dealing for Jeff herself. That explains the silence. But now she's clean, feels she has to talk.
Okay, that makes sense. What did she say?
Drops a bombshell. Her boyfriend was the shooter. acting on Jeff's orders.
Directly ordered by Jeff. Wow, what happened to the boyfriend?
Tragically, he died since then. Unclear if it was suicide or maybe he was silenced too.
Oof. Still, her testimony is huge.
Massive. And she gave them more than just the murder info. She really opened the door on how sophisticated Jeff's operation was.
How so?
Said the pizza shop was just a front. Total facade. Described Jeff as incredibly smart, elusive, really careful. Hid weapons, drugs, cash in multiple separate places.
Hard to track.
Very. Only his absolute inner circle even knew where he actually lived. And she mentioned something else significant.
What was that?
He'd recently changed his last name. From Sanik to Mattel.
Mattel. Trying to obscure his past record. Smart, in a devious way. Did he have a record as Sanik?
Minor violence charges, apparently.
That's it?
But nothing linking him to major drug trafficking or murder under that name. It looked like a calculated move to just disappear his history.
Okay, so now the police have this new intel, this name change, the operational detail.
Right. They immediately start surveillance on the pizza shop, watching the customer.
Seeing who comes and goes, who doesn't actually leave with pizza.
Exactly. They quickly identify this guy, Stephen Franken.
Yeah.
Frequent visitor. They suspect he's Jeff's supplier, maybe distributor.
Key player, potentially.
So, August 25th, 1988, they set up a sting, use an informant, and bam, they arrest Stephen Franken. Caught him with coke and cash. Got him red-handed. Facing serious federal time, Stephen sees the writing on the wall. He agrees to flip, become a federal witness against Jeff Mattel.
That's the break they needed, a direct line inside.
It felt huge, but things were about to get even darker.
This is where it escalates again, isn't it?
Yeah. Before Stephen can even testify, another body turns up. October 2nd, 1988.
Who was it this time?
Victim named Thomas, just 22. Shot 5 times in the head. .38 caliber this time. Heavier round. Body dumped in a garbage site near Fort Myers Beach.
Grim. How did they ID him?
Dental records. And he still had a nightclub wristband on. And a connection.
Let me guess. Owed Mattel money.
Over $1,000 for cocaine, yeah. And guess who he was last seen leaving the nightclub with?
Mattel's suspected hitman.
You got it. Strong suspicion, strong connections. But again, no solid direct proof linking Jeff himself. Case goes cold. Just shows how he could orchestrate this stuff and stay one step removed.
Insulated. Always insulated.
Until Stephen Franken. Remember, he was set to testify. January 27, 1990. Just 2 days before his testimony.
Oh.
Stephen Franken is found dead. His car had smashed through a house. But that wasn't what killed him.
The same way as the first victim?
Multiple .22 bullet wounds. Same caliber as victim number 1. And police found tree branches deliberately placed on the road.
An ambush set up.
Clearly an ambush. They think he slowed down for the branches, got shot, then tried desperately to drive away before crashing. It was a message, loud and clear.
Absolutely chilling, eliminating witnesses.
Jeff Mattel was striking right at the justice system, no question.
And Franken wasn't just any witness. He was cooperating with federal agencies, the FBI. His murder, it wasn't just another drug hit. It was a direct attack on the investigation, on the system itself.
A huge blow.
It forced law enforcement to completely regroup. They knew Mattel would literally start at nothing now. The stakes were incredibly high.
But they catch another break. Maybe break isn't the right word, but an opportunity. They find a guy, newly incarcerated, another drug convict, but with known ties to Jeff Mattel.
Okay, someone on the inside, potentially.
They offer him a deal. Reduced sentence for cooperation. He takes it.
What did he tell them?
He confirms Jeff hired him to watch Stephen Franken. Jeff anticipated Franken would flip after his arrest.
So Jeff was already planning it, proactive.
And then this informant says Jeff ordered Stephen's murder. But that wasn't even the worst part.
There's worse.
Get this. The informant tells him about a time Jeff shot a tile worker. Just shot him inside the pizza shop, apparently to test a new gun.
Just test a gun on a person.
Then ordered the body hidden in a freezer. Later had it buried in the backyard of a house he rented. This guy's disappearance. Police thought it was just a missing person case.
Until now. My God. That's a different level of cold.
Confirmed later by digging up the yard, it showed this casual, terrifying violence.
That tile worker story, that's a real game changer psychologically, isn't it? It's not just business, it's psychopathic. Using a person as target practice. Then the meticulous disposal. Freezer. Burial. It speaks to a total lack of empathy. Clinical.
And the network he must have had, people willing to help with that.
Exactly. Organized, deliberate, terrifyingly efficient.
So Jeff's feeling the pressure, clearly, and his response. It peaks in March 1990. March 16th, the house of a federal investigator, one handling Jeff's case directly. Firebombed. Pipe bombs.
Sending a message directly to the investigator, personal, intimidating.
But he wasn't done. The very next day, March 17th, something truly unprecedented happens.
This is the big one, right? The DEA office.
You got it. 2 a.m., the Florida Drug Enforcement Agency office itself is firebombed. Not just a little fire. Multiple pipe bombs attached to 2 big 5-liter gas cans. Maximize the damage.
And this was the first time in U.S. history a DEA office had ever been firebombed. Ever.
Unbelievable. And the timing. Just 2 days after Jeff was formally indicted on the drug charges.
Not a coincidence. Damage was estimated at, what, $4 million back then?
$4 million, yeah. It was catastrophic. Clearly, he was trying to destroy the evidence against him, take out the whole prosecution.
A desperate, incredibly high-risk move.
And the evidence linking him was pretty damning. Witnesses heard a car pull up near the DEA office, door closes, car speeds off right after the blast.
Forensics.
Investigators traced the bomb parts, the pipe bomb components, back to a specific store where Jeff Mattel himself had bought them.
They got him on the purchase.
And a gas station attendant ID'd Jeff as the guy who bought 2 5-liter gas cans, like the ones used in the bombing.
Connecting the dots.
Plus, the bombs were found right in the specific office where all his evidence was stored. Luckily.
It was in a fireproof safe.
Exactly. The evidence survived. His plan failed spectacularly.
Incredible police work connecting all that. The bomb materials, the gas cans, the timing. It painted a clear picture. But the sheer nerve attacking federal property like that, it shows how cornered he felt.
He saw it as war. Him against the government.
Willing to do anything.
So with these attacks, the net is seriously tightening. Police figure, despite how slippery he is, he's cornered now. They make a bold move.
What's that?
They appeal directly to his known associates. Basically say, if he contacts you, call us, cooperate.
A risky play, but maybe necessary.
And it works. April 9th, 1990. Less than a month after the bombings, one of his friends gets a call from Jeff. And the friend calls the police.
The gamble paid off. So how did they track him then?
Cell phone triangulation. Pretty new tech back then. They pinpointed his location using signals from cell towers, found him at a public payphone in Orlando.
Wow. Technology catching up to him. He must have been completely blindsided.
Totally surprised. Arrested right there.
Faff.
And faced with just overwhelming evidence. Everything. Plus the threat of the death penalty or life locked away forever.
He cracked.
He cracked. Confessed. To everything.
All 4 murders.
All 4. The party kid, dead. Thomas, Gett. Stephen Franken, silencing a witness.
Okay.
And the tile worker. He claimed his hitman shot that guy, but admitted he helped freeze the body, bury it in the yard. Which, again, they confirmed.
Unbelievable detail. What about the bombings?
Confessed to those too. Investigator's house, the DEA office. Even told them about booby traps he'd set in his warehouses and how to disarm them safely.
A final, twisted kind of cooperation, faced with the inevitable.
So October 1st, 1990. Jeff Mattel, just 26 years old, is sentenced. 100 years in prison. No possibility of parole.
A century. Likely a plea deal to avoid death or maybe life without parole.
Almost certainly. But it meant he'd die in prison. Justice, finally, relentlessly caught up.
Worse.
So what does this all really mean? I mean, the Jeff Mattel case, it just shows the incredible depth someone can sink to, doesn't it?
It really does.
From drug dealing to multiple murders to literally attacking federal buildings. It's just a stark reminder of the lengths people go to for power, for control in that world.
Unchecked ambition, believing you're above any law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The consequences are terrifying.
And it really does raise that question, you know? How does someone escalate like that? From violence against individuals to attacking the institutions of justice themselves. It makes you appreciate the danger law enforcement faces.
Absolutely. The tenacity it took to bring him down. Someone who thought he was completely untouchable.
What does it tell us about power, about ruthlessness, and maybe about the systems we need to counter it? It's a lot to think about.
It really is. Well, we hope this deep dive into the Jeff Mattel case has given you some new insights, maybe a few of those aha moments. It's a chilling story, no doubt.
Definitely one that sticks with you.
Thank you for joining us on The Deep Dive. We'll be back soon with another stack of sources to unpack for you.